My dear students, today I will tell you how to find the water requirement for certain area. This part of the lecture is numerical one. We have to deal with some numerical problems. But before we go into the numerical portion, I would like to revise some theoretical concepts which are necessary for this numerical part. So, the first definition that I would like to tell you is of duty. Duty is the irrigating capacity of a unit of water. Means if you take a unit of water, say 1 cubic water, then how much extent of area you will be able to irrigate with the help of that much amount of water is the duty of that water. Suppose you take 1 cubic of water and you irrigate certain area with the help of this water in summer season, and you take the same amount of water in winter season, then extent of area that you will be able to irrigate in both these seasons will be different. In winter season you will be able to irrigate more area, so there the duty of water will be more, and in summer season, as the extent of area that can be irrigated with that much of water will be less, so the duty of irrigation water in summer season will be less. So this is one definition. The unit of duty is hectares per cubic. Then come to the next definition, that is delta. Delta is the total depth of water that can be that has been applied for the growth of plant in the field. Means when you start the first feed of water to the last feed of water before harvesting, if you take the total of all the depths that you have given to the field, that will give you the delta. Then comes the base period. The base period is the total number of days of irrigation period, starting right from the first watering that is to be done before ploughing operation in order to make the soil loose, and then the subsequent watering is to be done, and the last watering that is done before harvesting. So starting from first day to the last day, the number of days of irrigation period is known as base period. Then comes the time factor. Time factor is the number of days the canal has actually run to the total number of days of irrigation period. Sometimes it happens that the canal runs for the lesser number of days as compared to the total days of irrigation period. So in that case, the time factor becomes less than unity. It becomes less than 1. So it means that you have to draw some extra water to irrigate the land. Suppose for any crop the total number of days of irrigation period is 100, but the canal has run actually for 80 days. So in 80 days you will need to draw the water of the 100 days. That means you have to increase the capacity of the canal, and how much the capacity will be increased, that will be in accordance with time factor. So whatever discharge you are getting, that you have to divide with the time factor to increase that quantity with reference to time factor. So this is the use of time factor. So this was all some theoretical background regarding the water requirement of crops. After that, we will move to the numerical portion, and the first topic of the numerical portion will be relation between duty and delta. So now I will drive a relation between duty and delta so that you may understand this concept. Now I will tell you the relation between duty and delta. So for this purpose, we will take a field of d hectares and supply to this field corresponding to water depth delta will be delta into d, as you can see here written in the notes. Now what this delta into d is? This is actually the volume of water that you have supplied to the field. So how we will find out the relation between duty and delta? This we will find by equating the volume of the water supplied by two ways. This is one way in which we have calculated the water that has been supplied to the field, that is D. This is the area, and if you multiply this area with delta, that will give you the volume of water that you have supplied. But here this unit is hectare meters. So here we have converted this unit into cubic meter by multiplying it by 10 to the power 4. So this is the volume of water supplied to the field. Now we will calculate this volume by another method. So here you can read again, for the same field of d hectares, 1 cubic meter per second or 1 cubic of water is required to flow during the entire base period. Hence water supplied to this field is equal to now here you can see that 1 cubic of water you have taken, and this water supply is being continuously given to the plants for b number of days. So you multiply it by b. What is cubic? Cubic is cubic meter per second. This is the unit of discharge, and from this unit we want to find out the volume, because earlier here you can see we have calculated the volume cubic meter. So here also we want to convert this 1 cubic meter per second into volume. So for that we have to multiply it with time. That is why we have multiplied it multiplied 1 with b. B is base period in number of days. Now this number of days we will convert it into seconds. So second and second will get cancelled and you will get the volume in cubic meter. So first this has to be multiplied by 24 to convert it into hours, then multiply it by 60. So this has been converted to minutes. Again multiply it by 60 to convert it into seconds. Here you can see here it is written. It's not going there. Now equating the equation 1 and 2, this is equation 2 and there it was equation 1, d into delta. So when you will equate these two equations, say you make it equal to d into delta multiplied by 10 to the power 4. Now from this equation you can find out the value of delta. So delta will be equal to here you will be having b into 24 into 60 into 60, and in the denominator you will be having d into 10 to the power 4. So on simplification you will get this relation 8.64 b upon d meters. One minute. Yeah. Now here you can see that b is the number of days, d is hectares per cubic. So this is the relation between duty and delta. Understand? So this is a very important definition, very important important relation. So you have to remember this relation. And this relation is in MKS units. The delta is in meters. Now we have one more relation, the same relation in FPS unit, and that has been converted to FPS units, and here you can see this relation. B by D is same, only the coefficient has changed. Instead of 8.64, now it is 1.985. Now here D is duty in acres per cusec and delta is in feet. In MKS relation, the delta was in meters and D was in hectares per cubic, and here in FPS D is in acres per cusec. Cusec is cubic feet per second. This is the unit of discharge in FPS units. Now we will apply this formula in some numerical problems. So here you can see this problem number 1. Find the delta for a crop if the duty for a base period of 110 days is 80 acres per cusec, and second part 1400 hectares per cubic. Now this we will solve, and this is a very simple problem of substitution. Just you have to substitute the values in the formula and get the answer. So you can see that delta for the first case will be 1.98. You know that delta is equal to 1.985 multiplied by B upon D. So instead of B upon D, you can write the values. So 1.985 multiplied by 110 upon duty is given as 80. So this will come out to be 2.73 feet. Similarly, delta in MKS unit, you can find very easily. This is 8.64 multiplied by the base period is same, but duty is different. It is 1400. So you will get the answer as 0.678 meters. So this is the first problem. I hope you would have understood the problem. Now come to the second problem. The statement of the problem is, an irrigation canal has gross command area of 80,000 hectares, out of which 85% is cultivable irrigable. The intensity of irrigation for Kharif season is 30% and for Rabi season is 60%. Find the discharge required at the head of canal if the duty at its head is 800 hectares per cubic for Kharif and 1007 hectares per cubic for Rabi season. Now before we go to the solution, first you try to understand the problem. Here the gross command area, which I have explained to you in some earlier lecture, is 80,000 hectares, which is the total area. As you know that it contains the area which is cultivable, means on which you can perform the agricultural operations satisfactorily, and also the area which is barren land or unculturable area, means where irrigation or agriculture is not possible. So out of this GCA 80,000 hectares, 85% area is irrigable and culturable, means on 85% of the area you can perform the agriculture satisfactorily, agricultural operation. And the intensity of irrigation for Kharif is 30% and for Rabi is 60%. What does this mean? This means that during the Kharif season, out of this CCA, you are using 30% area, and out of the same CCA, you are using 60% area for Rabi season. And you have to find out the discharge of the canal which should go in this which should run through this area and supply the water to that area. The duty is given for Kharif as well as for Rabi. The duty for Kharif season is given as 800 hectares per cubic, and for Rabi season 1700 hectares per cubic. Now you have to find out the discharge. So first let me explain to you how you can find out the discharge. So now first see the unit for duty. The unit for duty is hectares per cubic the unit of area is hectare. We have been provided in this problem area of the land and duty for the season. So with these two quantities we can find out area. So how we can find out area? Area will be we have to find out the discharge here. So discharge will be area upon duty. If you divide this area with duty, then what you will get? Hectare and hectare will get cancelled out. And you will get cubic. That is the discharge. So if you want to find out the discharge and you have been provided the data of area and duty, so you divide area by duty, you will get the discharge, as I have told you here, by means of units. Now come to our problem. The gross command area is given to you as here 80,000 hectares per cubic, and out of this 80,000 hectares per cubic, 85% is cultivable irrigable. So multiply it by 0.85, and this 68,000 is the area on which you can perform the agricultural operations satisfactorily. This is CCA, or cultivable command area. Now after this, as you have been given the intensity of irrigation for Kharif season, it means out of this CCA, 30% of land is being used for Kharif season. So this 68,000 will be multiplied by 0.3 to calculate the 30%, and here you have got the area under Kharif season, means in this much area will be used for cultivation in Kharif season. Now come to the area under Rabi season. The intensity of irrigation for Rabi season is given to you as 60%. So multiply 68,000 by 0.6, you will get 40,800, means double of this. Here it was 30%, so 20,400. Here it is 60%, so 40,800 hectares is the area under Rabi season. Now we have to find out the discharge for each season. Water required at the head of canal to irrigate the land under Kharif season, as I told you, the discharge will be area upon duty. So area of the land that you have calculated is 20,400 hectares, and the duty for Kharif season is given to you as 800. So the discharge you are getting 25.5 cubic for Kharif season, and the water required at the head of canal to irrigate the land under Rabi season is equal to 40,800. This is the area, and it is to be divided by discharge which is given to you for Rabi season. This is 1,700. So you are getting here 24 cubic discharge for Rabi season. Now out of these two discharges, one is 25.5, another is 24, you have to decide the discharge of the canal. So on what basis you will decide this discharge? Now you see that here you are given two seasons. One is Kharif season and another is Rabi season. So you have to take the maximum of these two values, because these are two separate seasons, and the water requirement will be for Kharif season, that will be 25.5, and for Rabi season this will be 24. So we have to design the canal on the basis of maximum discharge. You should keep this point in your mind. And here I have written that water required during Kharif season is more than the water required during Rabi season. Hence the canal must be designed to carry a discharge of 25.5 cubic. Understand? Sometimes some students make the mistake of adding the two discharges. They add the two discharges. Here the discharges will not be added, because this requirement is in different seasons, and this requirement is not in one season. Had this requirement been in one season, then these would have been added. But as they are in different season, they are not overlapping, so we have to take the maximum one. So here I will stop this lecture. We have solved two problems, and in the next lecture I will solve some more problems. I hope you have understood the concept, and it's better if you do the practice at your home, and if any problem is there, you can contact the teacher.